let's get this quick. And this is being all quick one. I have things to do. Also dropped my OPL video yesterday. A actually decent update came out to OPL, which is actually pretty good. My opinion, the compass storage was not bad for me to content wise. But either way, I got my Blood 2, GPO, Master Duo. I got other games coming out soon too on my channel. I'm just getting everything ready. And so today we're going to react to this one, which was pretty short. The video is 10 minutes, so I don't want to be too long. One of you they told me to react something, which is I hear you. Nonto Hozion, I think I said it right. You told me to react to SCP-003 by Dr. Bob. But then the video's 20 minutes long. Next video, probably I'll react to it. We'll see. We'll see. Reacted to SCP-002, The Living Room SCP animation. But you already know, Dr. Bob. Fire YouTuber. I like it. Would you put in the description? Go check him out. I'll be happy to give him one more subscriber. And today's going to be the last day with my floating head. This is my last green shirt. Because I know 80% of my gym clothes when I go to the gym is green shirts. But hey, maybe not this last day. We'll see.
A pair of SCP Foundation researchers open the door of a containment cell and find themselves staring at something unlike anything they've ever seen before. Sitting in the middle of the room is a giant lump that appears to be made of what can only be described.
Yo, what am I looking at? What is this? Yo.
As
okay.
flesh.
How no?
The two look at each other in disbelief. Just what is this thing?
Oh.
They circle the huge blob, looking
that
it over,
big too? Hey, yo, I'm stuck.
One of the researchers finally gets the courage to actually feel it. He finds that it's warm to the touch.
So it's alive.
And does he detect some slight movement?
So it's alive.
He slowly moves to place his ear against it to listen. But a sudden shudder from the mass sends him jumping back in fright. Just then, the other researcher calls to him from the other side of the sphere. It sounds like he has found something.
Okay.
As he approaches, he too sees what caused his partner to call out. There, in the middle of this tumorous ball,
oh my god, don't tell me that's what they mean the living room. They open this up and it's a normal ass living room inside.
It's a circular iron hatch, the kind sealed by a valve. And it's open.
Okay.
Now the researchers are really confused.
Would they actually go inside?
A massive lump of living flesh is strange enough, but why does it have a door? One of the researchers peeks inside.
Okay.
Is that a couch they see? And a table? Does someone live in this thing? Things are getting beyond strange. The two researchers look up at the observation window where their supervisor is watching them.
Okay.
The supervisor does not hesitate. He nods at them,
go inside?
and the researchers know what they must do. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
That's tough.
The researcher who lost winces. He knew that coming to work at the SCP Foundation...
Aren't they both gonna go inside? Or stalling so much. Oh, like the opposite is like, you go first, I go second.
Meant that he would be dealing with some strange, dangerous, and disgusting anomalies.
Which Loki could
but
be
he
fun.
never imagined he would have to climb inside a giant orb of meat. His partner opens the hatch all the way and offers a hand to help him. Knowing he has no other option, the researcher steps inside.
Alright.
Inside, the air is hot, thick, and moist, like a cramped
don't
gym
like
that's
that.
had too many bodies
don't
exerting
say
themselves
like
on a warm, humid day. He walks through the short entranceway, and his eyes adjust to the dim light to find that he's standing in the middle of a cozy little room. A single small lamp on a table is giving off just enough light for him to see that the room is sparsely furnished.
Okay.
With a few pieces including a small couch and
a
twin bed.
Outside,
his partner calls to him, asking what he can see. As the researcher turns to answer, the door snaps shut.
He's dead. You know he's dead. Oh hell, yo, that would be so. Imagine you go to a room out of nowhere, like a room they don't know, there's like all flesh and everything. The door just closes, and you can't open it. Why should they not be able to open it?
The valve spins on its own, locking itself tight. Try as he might, the researcher can't get it to budge. He bangs on the door and yells, "Is he all right in there? Is everything okay?" His only response is a muffled scream from inside the ball of flesh.
Yep.
He keeps pulling at the door, twisting the valve with all of his strength.
Either not gonna be there, or all his bones.
The sounds of gurgles and wet sloshing come from inside the meaty growth.
That's his mouth. What he went into was his mouth. Either his mouth Oh, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Like the I'm not gonna say nothing. You know, family friendly.
Alarm starts to sound as he strains against the door, exerting himself so hard that he feels like a vein in his head might burst.
Okay.
Suddenly, the valve loosens,
and
a sudden lack of resistance causes him to fall to the floor. The valve spins on its own, and the door swings open once again. The ball of flesh is quiet once more.
What should be new furniture in there, and it's him.
The researcher picks himself up off the ground and slowly, carefully, peeks inside. Hello? Are you okay?
I will not go in there.
Is anyone in there? There's no response. That is, until a blast of hot air comes rushing out of the hatch, blowing the researcher's hair back.
That's a bird.
When it's over, he peeks inside
That's
again.
the mouth.
His fellow researcher is nowhere to be seen. Inside is the same couch, bed, and table with a small lamp. But there's something new there, too.
New furniture?
Across from the couch, where there was nothing before, is a small television.
Yo, big way! Yo, don't tell me I was right. I was joking about new furniture. Don't tell me that scientist got turned to a TV.
While this may seem strange, it's just another day at the SCP Foundation, where anomalous objects and creatures are studied and contained, including SCP-002, also known as the Living Room.
I just don't like how it looks.
SCP-002 is the designation given to a large, tumorous, fleshy growth. It's roughly spherical, with a circumference just over 15 meters, giving it an estimated volume of around 60 meters cubed. Located on one side is an iron valve hatch, similar to what might be found on an old submarine, which leads into the interior of the ball. Those who step inside are surprised to discover a small room that resembles a low-rent studio apartment, complete with furniture and even a small window. Strangely, the outside of the ball of flesh shows no windows, and indeed no openings at all, save for the iron hatch.
So if you look through the window, do you actually see the outside? Like you could see, like, you know, around like the outside where, you know, like the other scientist was, or just nothing.
The furniture in the room displays no anomalous properties, though examination has revealed that the furniture appears to be constructed of sculpted bone, woven hair, and other biological substances, all coming from human bodies.
I was gonna say that. I'm like, from humans, huh? You guys already know. I don't care what kind of ad it is. If I don't get paid a single penny on these ads, I'm not gonna show the average volume. You're gonna skip it. Remember, guys, if you ever get one my ads, watch the whole thing. Thank you for the support. Yeah, let's continue. I was gonna say that, like, it's made out of human body parts.
Analysis of samples taken from the furniture has shown each to be constructed from independent and fragmented DNA sequences, several of which correspond to SCP research personnel who have been lost inside of SCP-002. To date, the living room has been responsible for 7 members of staff going.
Why you keep bringing them inside there, man? What happened to the D classes, huh?
Missing. At the same time, during the course of its containment.
So all these furnitures are from all those D classes. I mean, not D class, scientists.
At the SCP Foundation, the room appears to have added multiple additional furnishings, including 2 lamps, a throw rug, a television, a radio,
how many more people they put
chair,
in there?
3 books in an unknown language, 4 children's toys, and a small potted plant. Tests have been performed using a variety of non-human entities in order to see if they would provoke a similar response from SCP-002 to that of humans. Various lab animals, including those with close DNA to humans, such as chimpanzees, have been placed in the room. But so far, all have failed to make the living room react.
That's tough. They're only like human. Like, I want no animal or nothing. I want you. Oh, I'm getting called. Give me a second. Alright, there you go. I'm back. Frame. Remember to cut all of that out. Okay. Do not keep none of them in the video. Alright, so what my let's just say someone called, okay? Alright, let's keep going.
Human cadavers were also tested, but they too did not produce any effect. It is unknown what causes SCP-002 to engage in its behavior, but whatever process it uses to convert organic matter into furnishings seems to only be triggered by the presence of living human beings. SCP-002 was discovered in northern Portugal, following reports of an object falling from Earth's orbit.
Okay.
There in the bottom of a small crater.
That's where they found it. So now we know it's like alien extraterrestrial. I'm sorry, my English, I mean not English, my accent makes it so hard to pronounce some English words though.
Was SCP-002. It was encased in a thick shell of rock, but the anomaly's fleshy exterior could be seen through cracks that were likely created by the impact.
Man.
A local farmer was the first to spot the object falling.
Of course, the local farmer. Remember, I don't know if we got to see Dragon Ball Z back then. You know, Raditz coming in and the local farmer seeing it, like his space bar and all that.
To Earth and brought word of what he found to his village. At the same time, a Level 4 SCP Foundation agent stationed in the area detected elevated levels of radioactivity and traced the source back to the crater. An SCP collection squad led by General Mulhausen was dispatched to the impact site and quickly secured the area. Test subjects from the nearby village were recruited for initial analysis of the object, with 3 men being individually sent inside of SCP-002, all of whom disappeared. Having confirmed this anomaly's deadly properties, General Mulhausen then issued a Level 4A termination order that would apply to any local witnesses in order to ensure that no knowledge of the object reached the outside world. He then oversaw its transport to an SCP containment facility. As Foundation staff prepped SCP-002 for relocation, 4 members of the security personnel were seemingly mesmerized and drawn inside the object where they too...
Oh, nah, it got another effect. It makes you want to go in there. Oh, nah, yo, we don't need this SCP. I'm just saying, we don't need it.
Disappeared. This was the first hint that SCP-002 possesses some form of subtle mind control.
Even though they have it in case, I still say Euclid. Because right now, so for the thing, it's kind of dangerous, but they have it in case, so it could be safe, but Euclid.
With the ability to influence humans into stepping inside of it. It was after these losses that it was first noticed that the object appeared to grow new furnishings, following someone disappearing inside. After these mishaps, General Mulhausen ordered all staff to wear hazmat suits when dealing with SCP-002, and following the General's own termination, SCP-002 was placed in containment at the secure facility where it currently resides. Due to the ongoing danger presented by SCP-002, the risk it poses to any who step inside of it, and the mind control abilities it possesses, it has been classified as Euclid.
Come on, man! Yo, whoa, why not pausing? Yo, come on, man! Come on, I said it was Euclid. Come on, big brain. Come on, I haven't messed up one of these yet. I'm telling you.
Suitable power supply to keep it in a charging mode of some kind, which appears to make it more docile. In the event of a power outage, staff in the immediate area are to be evacuated, and the object's containment cell emergency barrier is to be closed, sealing it off from the rest of the
imagine if you were still stuck in there and it closes. Oh, nah.
Site. Once power is reestablished, strobing X-ray and ultraviolet lights are to be activated in the containment cell until SCP-002 is returned to its charging mode. Research teams investigating SCP-002 that will come within 20 meters of the object must consist of no fewer than 2 members. Personnel should also maintain physical contact with one another at all times to confirm that the other is present and not experiencing any feelings of confusion, dulled perception, or other forms of bewilderment that may lead to them entering the living room. No personnel at all below a Level 3 clearance are allowed inside of SCP-002. And any staff that have contact with the anomaly are to be escorted no less than 5 kilometers away and must undergo a 72-hour quarantine and psychological evaluation. SCP-002 is one of the oldest anomalies in the SCP Foundation database, but remains one of the least understood. Perhaps one day we'll understand what it is and why it was at one time sitting in the orbit of Earth. Did someone send it here, intending us to one day find it? Did it come here of its own volition? Or did we put it there ourselves, in an attempt to keep it away? Thanks for watching this anomalous entity from the SCP Foundation's classified archives.
There's nothing.
And make sure you subscribe.
There you go. That was good. I like that. That was a good one. Alright. Because I know I have to end my video quick too. Alright guys, hit the subscribe button. We're to 5,000 subscribers. We're almost at 2K. Hit the like button too. Supposed to be more, turn the notification going on the early gang, which we can be in the comment section first. Or brings me to a comment section. You can tell me games to play. It does not have to be a Roblox game. You can tell me a video to react to it. Please link the video in the comment section so it's easy for me to find. Or come and be like, hi, how you doing? We'll always try to reply back to you guys. And yeah, that's my shit. It's your boy Frame. Out.